Well, good morning. It's Crazy Cheap Chick, and today I'm going to show you how to make homemade toothpaste. Now, when I was a kid growing up and we would run out of toothpaste, my mom would say, well, go get some baking soda and mix a little water with it. You'll be fine. Because in the old days, we were way more self-sufficient than people are today. We knew how to do things like make toothpaste. But it wasn't good. It tasted horrible and you dreaded doing it. So I wanted to come up with my own toothpaste recipe that was a little bit more palatable. Now, 9 out of 0.9 dentists will tell you use commercial toothpaste because it has fluoride in it. I am neither anti-fluoride or pro-fluoride. I'll let you make that your own decision in regard to fluoride. It is in your drinking water and they put it there and in your toothpaste to keep the bacteria down and prevent cavities. But you know there's other ways to prevent cavities. Don't eat so much sugar. Don't constantly coat your teeth in sugar. And drink lots of water. I have a little bit of water with some lime and raspberries in it, and I'm going to try to drink this afternoon. But if you're constantly rinsing your teeth with water, then that bacteria is not going to build up, is it? So back in the old days, there was no such thing as big gulps. We weren't constantly coating our teeth in sugar. And that probably has more to do with cavities than anything else, is just the amount of sugar that we eat. Now, hold on just a second, and I'm going to show you my toothpaste recipe. I'm very curious if you have your own, what you put in it. If you have a better one, please leave me a comment. Well, we are going to start with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I am making a really small batch because I just want to show you, and you may not like it. I would just recommend you make a small batch first. So there is 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil. And now we're going to add that baking soda. And I just use a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. I've kind of experimented with this recipe, and you do need baking soda because you need a mild abrasive to get your teeth clean, but I don't think you need a ton. So there's my 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And now I'm going to add this. It's organic banana powder. It has no added sugar, though it does have like 40 calories of sugar per tablespoon. So it is kind of high, naturally high. And I'm going to add about 2 teaspoons of this banana powder. Now I've added the banana powder. Now they make this powder in other flavors too, pineapple. I just got this at a grocery store in Florida when I was in Florida. I don't think they sell it at my local grocery store, but you could probably get it on Amazon. And now I'm going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Just, regular old cinnamon. So I've added the 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm going to tell you, when I was experimenting with making my own homemade toothpaste, I originally planned on it being peppermint, but there was no way for me to get it right without adding artificial sweetener. And I didn't really want it to have any artificial sweetener. So that's really how I came up with the banana powder and cinnamon. Now, I usually add just like a 1/4 teaspoon of arrowroot. Now, arrowroot is just flour basically, and you're using it as a thickener. I've added the arrowroot, so we've got arrowroot, cinnamon, baking soda, coconut oil, and banana powder, and I'm going to mix this all up. So I've mixed that up. As you can see, it's very thin, but I made a batch earlier so that you could see as the coconut oil hardens, it's going to be a paste. Now I'm a huge recycler. So I saved this little jar. I don't even remember what came in it, but it's now going to be my toothpaste jar. And I'm going to use a spatula and put this in here and this in here. Like I said, I'm trying to get away from chemicals. I developed a chemical sensitivity, so I'm trying to eliminate as many chemicals as I can. Now, one thing about commercial toothpaste, they tell you to use just a pea-sized amount. Let's remind ourselves how much that is. Well, there you have it. It is my homemade toothpaste. If you've got a better recipe, I'd love to hear it. And if you try it, I'd love to hear what you think about it. Now, don't rely on me for medical advice. I'm nobody. Talk to your dentist or doctor. But I've had no issues with it. I think what's most important is that you're brushing your teeth on a regular basis with something, that you're flossing, and that you're drinking lots of water, and you're cutting out the sugar. Don't need so much sugar. And then as far as mouthwash, what I use is Himalayan salt in a little bit of warm water. You just put the salt in, let it dissolve, swish it around, rinse real well, and spit after you brush your teeth. That works great for me. It may not work for you. Not everything's for everybody. So please leave me a comment on what you thought. And if you got anything at all out of this video, give me a like and please consider subscribing. It was so kind of you to watch all the way to the end, and I really appreciate it and hope you have a great day.